Hello, everyone. Welcome to the 44th episode of DevKami, and we have a lot of people today. Let's introduce yourself. Tristan first.
I am Tristan. I thought you'd do first.
Yeah, I'm Chilean. Yeah, as usual.
I am Tristan,
Yeah,
as usual.
yeah. Guys, fight for it.
Okay, I'm Jesselyn.
I'm Henry.
I'm Chris.
I'm Wendy.
Yeah, I'm Nicholas from the media industry.
So, why do we have so many people today?
NGMY. NGMY.
I accidentally came here.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
actually, this is a voiceover for the monkey, right? So there's one more.
Oh,
There's
hello.
one more
And the monkey.
Do we have a name for the monkey?
It's not a monkey, it's the orangutan.
Yeah.
It's NGMY Kia.
Not Ngia.
NGMY Kia, not Kia.
I like Ngia better.
Anyone who's watching, please follow its Instagram. It
Okay.
has
Oh, that's an Instagram. Okay. Can you please can you give me a link so I can share it in the chat?
So it's you just NGMY Kia.
Okay.
NGMYKIA.
Okay.
Where to? Okay, paste in the chat.
Yeah, sounds like a real name.
Yeah, it's like Mikia.
Angmikia.
Okay, if you think so.
Sounds
She
something
gave up.
else.
Let's do our usual first. It's gonna be a short one. What is going to happen for this and next week? For Saturday there will be a ML bootcamp. That's gonna be held at edX. So I think most people know about edX nowadays. And there is what is actually happening on Sunday for the deep fake detection. It's an online seminar.
Well,
Deep fake detection.
Yeah.
It's a Zoom.us call.
Yeah.
So I guess. Oh, it's the AI Geeks KL group.
yeah.
Oh yeah, they
It
always
seems
do
to be
their
an
meetup.
online webinar is going to hold it.
They tend to do their meetup online.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well,
and
they're upgrading because they used to do Hangouts,
yeah,
and which is not on a YouTube live. So they were doing Hangouts, and then they used to like swap people in and out of the Hangouts.
really? Oh,
Because there's an 8 people a person limit on the Hangout, right?
yep. Oh, we have
And
7.
so, yes, and so we have now like I think they're doing Zoom, and they kind of are fixing this issue. So the issues of having an online only meetup, I guess.
Yeah,
You're-
I think Zoom should be fine. Sure. Okay, next
They only
one.
give you 15 minutes.
Next one would be like next Tuesday. It's a
Yeah.
product school.
At Faith,
Product school.
Fave has recently been doing all of its
they
a lot of the events.
hosted a lot of events.
Is it because they just moved
Yeah,
to the
Faith is like the new
Yeah.
Hall of Awesomeness.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the place. Is it good?
Been there yesterday. It's
Haven't seen
pretty spacious. I was there.
How's the internet for streaming and those things?
If it's actually the same AP, so if you had it saved previously, you can access the internet. I'm gonna focus the screen to the NGMY. I'm gonna call it NGMY. All right, and on Wednesday we have a data council, which is also gonna be happening at Faith as well. This is a new event
Brand new.
about data science and data science and analytics and some everything related. So come in is inaugural event. So just join in to check out the
By
new
the
committee.
Data Council AI KL Data Engineering side. Their meetup.com link is very long.
Yeah.
So
It's actually closed because it's actually private because apparently if for meetups, if you set your meetup group as private, you're gonna be private forever.
oh, okay, interesting.
So that's a bit unfortunate. Yeah, they've been trying to. Yeah, that is what happened to Gulang as well. So apparently, there's some sponsorship going on if your group is public. So which
I see.
the Gulang Malaysia team get it.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well, Yeah. So, and if anyone listening is worrying like, oh, there's too many of these events and I can't write them down, you can always go to devkami.com
Yeah.
slash meetups, and we put there the calendar of these things together with a lot of other people who
Yeah.
make sure that the events that you ought to go to
Yeah.
are there.
Or you can get orangutan and ask
Yeah.
the orangutan. Okay, I'm not gonna. Okay, hello orangutan. I actually focus the screen on them. So and another one, the last one will be on Thursday. Name tags.
Thursday.
We might code Azure Cosmos DB.
Yes.
Microsoft Azure.
Yeah.
Some on
So
Saturday.
So
it's
Oh no.
Wait.
it's
Oh, that's
on
the next day.
Thursday.
okay.
I was thinking like
I was
Saturday.
nothing on Saturday.
So nothing.
okay, so it's like
not-
a cloud solution
nothing this
architect
Saturday.
from
The Saturday
Microsoft
after that.
and the software delivery manager from
Mm.
Intex will be speaking.
Yeah.
So if you're interested in Azure, Microsoft technologies, and Azure, so basically Azure Cosmos and Azure Functions, then you should come. So there's been a lot of AWS, Google Cloud meetup. I think this is one of the first times I've seen an Azure talk. So round out that trifecta of Google, Microsoft.
Actually, there's they've
Amazon.
been
No,
doing it. You just said
they've been
it's not.
having it.
They've been having it, but it's not on our
Yeah.
radar. But it's
Mm.
but because this time is related to women who code, so
Yeah.
Now we say,
say pop
say
up.
it. So if anyone wants to get a hint of how
Yep.
how they actually get in the radar of these people, then yeah, basically you either talk to Wendy, who brought all of these wonderful people around for us, or I don't know,
I'm gonna focus the screen.
I just
give pizza, I guess.
So let's go to the main topic of today, which is actually a really what I call it. It's actually supposed to be a recap of Angular Mine. So, but it's a bit delayed kind of a recap. So
Very delayed.
That's
But
that's
it's
yeah.
better late than
In
never.
fact, actually everything is delayed.
Yeah.
If you see,
it's usual. It's
when we start scheduling all the photos to share in social media,
Oh yeah.
because we have been taking our own rest, own sweet time for the past
it's
period.
good.
Yeah, it's good.
And, and taking care of the orangutan is the hard work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen Jen like jet setting all over Southeast Asia
Yeah.
with talks. Like she was in the, I think you were in the Philippines, you were in Thailand. Was that Thailand?
Yeah, I'm now in Thailand
Yeah.
because Thailand boy is
Above
here.
and below the ocean.
Oh, Henry is actually from Thailand.
No, I'm Malaysia, but I'm living in Thailand.
Oh, okay.
And then
Now I know.
where will you be next,
Yes, you
Jesslyn?
live in
Like
Thailand.
jet setting lifestyle.
But then next is Manila.
Ah, okay. I was just there. I was there during the NGMY event. Megan and Al, you'll be there. Yeah, that's too bad. We missed each other there.
Yeah.
So you're just like going around and like preaching the greatness of Angular, or like is there anything specific on your Southeast Asian tour?
Do you call it Southeast Asian tour? No, this just so happened that there are some events happening in others country, and so happen I will be there. Yeah.
Mm.
So
This is totally not planned at all.
I just take my time to do some traveling as well, not just like flying to do a talk and then go back.
Mhm.
So, like for example, in Thailand, I'll be here for 1 week to eat all the good food and do all the good massage. Yeah.
I heard it's
But I'm
very
actually
good.
working
Have
from
fun.
here. Yeah, I'm actually working from
Yeah.
here, so afternoon most of the time I'm working. So, but after that, it's like eating and massage. Yeah.
But how do you manage to, like you said, you have a backlog of things
Okay.
after the conference, but
Yeah.
you're now there, and so how do you manage to make sure everything still happens the way they should, like all of the post media stuff, like making sure sponsors are happy?
Oh, the post event stuff is really not many. Like Chris helped me to there's a few things that we need to do, like like posting up all the photos and in social media. That can be done in anywhere because we just need to schedule it. I just spend like a few hours, choose the good photo and then schedule it. So all the thing that you see today is probably is like few days ago that we already scheduled.
Yeah.
And then Chris is also helping. Chris, the guy in the center in my screen. So he's helping to
Focus.
write all the email communication, send out feedback form to the user and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm living vicariously through your social media feeds because I missed
Yeah.
the event. I'm one of the unfortunate people who booked their flight to somewhere else for the and like, oh no, and then you announce the date of Angular Malaysia and I'm not there, so unfortunately it's too bad.
Now we have session recording. We'll record all the sessions. So what you miss is the food in the session in the in the actual event. And of course the audience, but for the talk, for the content, you can find it on our YouTube. Not now, soon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because the video is still processing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Chidong didn't help me to do recording.
Wow. Okay. I'll just ping me next time.
Just saying,
Yeah.
just kidding.
Yeah, just
Too
ping me next
bad.
time.
Too bad. Swimming isn't here because he would have said like the point of the conferences really usually isn't the talks, but like actually like going around and knowing people and understanding the level of your industry, right? So that's unfortunately, yeah, I won't get to experience it. The
Are you
talks
going
are
to
good.
a curious question? Are you going to do it next year?
I'm doing a survey in the feedback form. So one of the
Okay.
questions that we are asking the audience is, do you expect NGMY 2020, or do you want something more generic? For example, a web conference, or no, you won't want any futures conference. We just sent out the feedback form like yesterday.
Okay.
We
Oh,
sent
okay.
it yesterday, right? Yeah, then we'll
Yeah.
wait.
Did you send it, Chris?
Yeah.
It feels like intervention to me.
Yeah, we'll see whether we'll do it next year because it takes a lot of work
I wish
and a lot of time.
It's hard work. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good job,
Oh,
you guys.
yeah, that's a good like
but very well
question, right?
done because yeah,
No, I was
it's
wondering
very
because
well done because this is the first Angular conference in Malaysia itself, regional,
yeah, so
and hardly there's any big conference.
Yes, ahead than Singapore. Yes, because
Yeah.
Golang conference is in Singapore.
Yeah.
One in
Well,
Malaysia.
no, I'm not. I'm not even trying to. My goal of doing things is so I don't have to do it. It's different from how you guys work.
So you mentioned that it was a lot of hard work and a lot of like things to do. So what was involved in setting things up? Like looking back, I know there's a lot of things that were not planned, but looking back, what were like generally the steps how to organize a conference as large as NGMY? Because at
Um,
the first of its kind as well.
okay, so the first thing that I do is I try out with some others conference first. So as you guys know, I also do a lot of like smaller events. Then I have probably I just tell a little bit of backstory for NGMY, like Angular conference in Southeast Asia. I want to do it probably 2 years ago because that's the time when I first attend NGConf. But I don't dare to do it because it needs a lot of money and I don't know how to find sponsor, how to manage the expectations of the audience, how to create the experience. Then I involve in like organize some local meetups, but I have been doing that. Then I also take the chance to organize the last year Google I/O Extended in KL with Henry and Shang Yi. And on that point of time, then I know how, because that event is safer for me because I don't need to worry too much on the financial side, because Google sponsor most of the money. But we still need to get some sponsor. So I get to experience like how to actually talk to the sponsor, create the proposal, and make sure they are happy and stuff like this, and how to do the marketing. We do quite a few experiment. Can you come back? Yeah. So we do quite a few experience. Then this year I'm actually confident that probably I won't lose a lot of money if I'm doing NGConf, like bearing the financial risk myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did
So
you? No.
and
No,
Okay.
I had
the
a question.
event is not making a loss. It's making profit.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's not like a big profit. At least it's not. So at the beginning, so I already like have a list of budget that probably will lost that money, but actually we didn't. So we make profit, which is a good thing. We can reinvest for meetups because we will have a few meetup which Wendy is working on. Wendy's and Hongda is working on for Angular. We can use the money to support the meetup and probably next year conference.
Hey.
You mentioned sponsors, which like a lot of conference people are looking for, and I guess they had the same issue as you, like where they didn't know how to take sponsors or how to communicate with them. So, what would conference sponsors be looking for if you had to do it all over again? What would you have done to to fulfill what they were looking for in the first place?
So for sponsor, they are looking for different sponsor looking for different things. Some sponsor looking for branding, so which means getting their names out to the developers. So the target audience, how many audience that you can reach out is very important to the sponsor. And yeah, so then you need to know like what is your target audience, then communicate that out. And some of the sponsor not looking for branding, they are looking for hiring, for example. Then you kind of need to give them a way on how can they gets the candidate for their companies and doing that. So most of the NGMY sponsor is fall into these two category, branding or hiring. So yeah, just help them to post, for example, like help them to post like job posting in our website, not like too spammy type, but we post that from time to time and make sure that the graphic is like creative one, so people will really look into that and click the link. Then we'll see like how is the social media outreach, because we need to report them.
Also, you have responsibilities of reporting back to the sponsors with certain metrics.
Yeah.
Okay, not just another meetup. This is what defines a conference versus a big meetup like a JavaScript meetup on every month at Microsoft. So you actually have responsibilities to report back all of these metrics.
Mm. Yeah.
Will there be was there, or maybe you can just say you do not confirm or deny, but will if there were sponsors that what kind of sponsors would you not be willing to have taken on board? Might not have happened, or might have happened in the past.
Um, so far, because so far all the sponsor that we get mostly are who we contacted.
Okay.
We contact those sponsor on purpose. So for example, like Firebase, Microsoft, and ExxonMobil, like all these company, we contact them, asking them whether they would like to sponsor it. So there's no there's so those are the cost, those are the sponsors that we know will fit into the conference, then we take that in. We do have a call for sponsor form that we post public. People can actually apply to be our sponsor, which I actually reject a few. So some of the sponsor category might be can we do not sponsoring money, like can we do a collaboration? Or for example, they say that we have a feedback system that is using SMS. So if you ask all the audience to use the SMS to give feedback during the system, then we can sponsor you the apps. But this for me probably it's involved a little bit of privacy issue because you are getting the phone number of the audience. So for those that we are not very comfortable for them to gather the candidates' information, then we say no.
But I guess the key takeaway there is that the conference organizer reaches out and does not just say, "Oh, because I'm organizing a very popular, I'm organizing a conference based on a very popular library or framework that sponsors will just come and say we want to sponsor you, or at least quality sponsors will come." You still had to reach out to them.
Yeah, I think any conference you need to reach out to the sponsor, especially those sponsors that you really want. Yeah. Oh, well, for your information, we have a very special sponsor, which is IKEA, which sponsor this.
How did you come up with the idea of using that? It just came up because
Yeah, because
you
you've
had one
never
around.
expect IKEA to sponsor a technology event. It's like it's really mind-boggling how you
Yeah.
got them to do that.
Oh, actually, there's an article that I write like how do we get into that, but I think it's quite random because our logo, after we draw the logo, there's the orangutan in the logo. Then we are saying that probably we can find some stuffed toy that we can buy and use that as a mascot of the event. Then we just Google it. Somehow IKEA come out that IKEA have these toys, and most of the others China make toys doesn't look good for orangutan because I want orangutan, not monkey. If you are using monkey, there's a lot of choice, but for orangutan, there's not much choice. Then it's quite expensive, like 50 ringgit for one stuffed toy, but it's a very good quality one. So if you want, you really should go IKEA and buy. So it's the sponsor time. Okay, but they don't come with the shirt. Yeah, we print the shirt. Then we are thinking that we don't have money to buy so many orangutan from IKEA. Then we write some creative advertisement to ask them to can they sponsor us. Then I just keep on spamming the regional marketing director of IKEA, LinkedIn, and everywhere that I can find him. Then he give me his email address. Then we just talk after that. Then they agree to sponsor. Yeah.
Wow.
That's how we get the
Okay.
sponsor.
It's a very good story. I thought you actually came out with the. I actually thought that you get the monkey. I mean, first, like because it's just available. It's like you had it in the room, so I'm gonna use this as the mascot.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's actually quite random.
It's actually pretty well thought than what I would assume.
Okay.
Yeah, because you just mentioned it was pretty random, and then you said,
Yeah.
"Okay, it was pretty well thought out." I think that's
Considerably
take
more
that.
thought out, like
Actually,
the logo and stuff.
Even the IKEA sponsor idea is quite random. It's come up by a friend like Stephanie. Because that point of time, there's a very interesting like IKEA advertisement, the Penang advertisement, which is using the Hokkien words kia to do the advertisement. Like
So-
I'm not kia, which means I'm not chicken. I am IKEA because they are opening the new branch in Batu Kawan.
What does IKEA mean in Hokkien?
IKEA is IKEA.
Okay.
But Kia is chicken. So they're saying that I'm not chicken, I'm IKEA. Then there's another advertisement saying that I'm not Lokukia, which means I'm not tall guy. I am IKEA. And then they use the tall cupboard, things like that. Then we are using the same type of advertisement. Okay. That's the article.
Can you share me the link so I can post it in the chat as well?
Yeah. Then the other thing about the conference organizing is about the team and the people around you.
How many
So,
percent of do you have, like core team and also volunteers?
core team, there's 9 people, nine people plus me, organizer, so total 10 people. But we do have some team changes across like during the organizing period. We do have some team member changes, but it's 9 people all the time. Yeah. And volunteer, we only have 12 volunteers during the event.
So was 9 a limit that you've set, or it just so happened to be there's 9?
My limit is smaller than 10 because I think that's the best number that people get close enough to work together. Yeah. So less than 10 is the number that I set. So I do like publicly ask in Facebook who want to be the who want to be in the core organizing team in Facebook. Then I did interview a few people, and then
Wow. You did interview.
yes. Yeah, but for the event organizing, like it's because I want to make sure that the expectation is correct.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be a lot of work. Like especially the marketing ones, which Chris is doing, because you need to constantly posting, scheduling all the social media posts so people know that you are active.
Yep.
So you make sure that people really have time and can commit to do so when you say you can do so. Yeah.
Chris, how was Jesslyn as a conference organizer? Did she slave drive you, or were you
Maybe
quite...
you should ask him when I'm not here.
It's fine. We're gonna protect you.
I think that
She's in Bangkok. She can't get to you now.
I think that she doesn't slave drive us in there, because all of us who participated in the NGMY, we did it out of our own free time, and we didn't know upfront what is needed to ensure that we can deliver so-called the deadlines. She is very systematic in ensuring that we deliver our thing. So we kind of like have a mini Trello board where we overlook all the details, so that sometimes even if I couldn't cover certain things, she or Adeline, the other person who's helping me with marketing, will help out. So in that way, that it's still kind of spread out in that way. So, but overall, I think me and Adeline, we enjoy actually working with Jesslyn.
So you'll be working with her again next time.
Yes.
Okay.
We will look at the feedback.
I guess the work is still not done, right? It's still ongoing. And was that what you were thinking, like expecting ever since like you joined, or like maybe Jesslyn started the team, or you joined? Was it that even post event you're still gonna have some work to do, and it's not just about the conference itself?
Yeah, definitely. Because I think the preparation all the way to the event day, and then post-event, definitely there's still things that we have to ensure that we are still pumping up things, and like the photos, the videos. We need to make sure that it gets out to the participants, and also the slides, and I think the speakers talk as well. And if we are preparing for next year, then we'll be preparing to kind of market it again. Yeah.
How about the program? Like, okay.
No, sorry. Yeah, the program, and then I was going to ask Jesslyn about the qualities of people that she's looking for if they're going to be a core team member. But let's talk about the program, and then we'll talk about that.
So do you have any issue with the program CFP and stuff, like getting the speakers to be there on time? And
to get the speaker on time, it's not a problem because most of the speaker we already communicate. So we have one core team member that focus in managing speaker relations.
Okay. So it'll be they'll be standing in front of their room.
Yeah, or send out the calendar invitations to them like half an hour before their session. They need to be there, and then he will be constantly checking whether they are good in sleep, happy, and then they come to the
Okay.
event on time, and then and then get them from airport to like even from airport to the hotel. The some of the driver actually taking photo like I'm picking up them already, so and then report to the speaker relations guy Hong Tao, and then Hong Tao will share the photo with me. Those
Okay,
things
that's
are
good.
also the
A
very
bit of
good.
micromanaging, but at least
No,
there's
I wanted to ask Jocelyn, did they actually do that voluntarily, or did you ask them to do this?
No, I
Or-
didn't ask them to do this
Okay.
because I think that the speaker will just be here. So the actually the taking photo thing is the driver, because we book the driver. It's not like they are ordering Grab themselves. So we book the driver for them. So the driver company actually quite funny, according to what Hong Tat told me. Then they will just randomly share the photo, which we didn't ask anything of that.
that's yeah, because it feels like they went the extra mile of like, okay, ensuring that the whole process was like monitored, even if you weren't asking for it.
Yeah. Some people might probably there are some rumors about me micromanaging stuff or things like that, but
Yeah.
probably I don't micromanaging, but
Okay.
I would set an end goal of what do I need. So for example, for social marketing, I would set like every week I need at least 3 posts
Yeah.
to go out. So what are the 3 posts and what are the information needed? I will actually list it down in advance. Then it's up to you on how do you decide to do that. For example, like the MC, which Henry is doing the MCing.
Yeah.
So I just give
Nice
them,
costume you had there.
Yes, the monkey costume.
Who actually I kind of be off topic. Who actually or who actually came up with the costume,
The mama
the
team.
the full body wear and the apron.
I think it's
the apron is him and me.
together.
Yeah. So we are, I don't know where after we think that it's the mama team, right? Then suddenly someone say like do it apron. Yeah. And I just go and find out like how to get an apron printed, whether it's possible. So yeah, mostly like supporting for the costume also, like it's his idea. He say he want a monkey costume, and then if the others people like the team member, for example me, go to Taobao or Lazada to try to find the costume to match it, like is this okay for you? Things like that. Yeah. But one thing about me is I very care about accountability. When you say you're going to do it, you need to make sure you really do it. If you miss
That's
for
very
1 or 2 times, that's okay, because I know that people, like everyone is busy with their job, but you need to let me know that you cannot do it. So we have people to cover you out, instead of probably you promise you will do it and you are doing it, but there's no outcome, which is not very good in that way, because things will just not moving. Yeah.
Yep.
So
That's a good leadership quality there.
yeah, but because everyone, yeah, so in the event, I think everyone, the stress time is different. For marketing, the stress is like constantly like Chris, because it's like keep on have deadline to meet and to post the event. Like for photography and videography, the stress time actually just started like few weeks ago, after from during the event to now, processing all the session recording. So now it's like Lydia is the one who in charge of that. That's why he cannot join the call today. Because he's doing that.
Yeah, I feel that it's a very well-oiled machine, and I feel that you've been in
Yeah.
this situation before, where you had to get everyone's like work like managed and workflow arranged, not necessarily in a conference. So it's like, was it because you had experience on this on a freelance project before or a different company? Because it feels like you've done this before, just not in a conference.
Probably, I don't know, but it's like actually organizing meetup also help. Organizing meetup in the works, of course, we have deadlines to meet and we need to have like requirements set. But I think organizing meetup also help, because it's like a much smaller conference, but you do have You do have like what are the agenda and what do you need to do beforehand, what do you need to check beforehand. So that's also help.
Okay. I feel bad now. I feel guilty because we also organize meetups, but we're never nowhere near the level of detail and the level of effort that you expend on this. So I guess we have to learn a lot from you on
But actually,
organizing proper meetups.
actually in Women Who Code, like I'm not a very like super detailed person. I like at the very beginning, now also not, but like working with Wendy, Chim. So sometimes the things that I miss out, probably when we chat, then they will talk about it. Then I was like, oh yeah, so this is something that I missed. Then we'll put that in. Yeah. And and also like something extra where during the NGMY conference, Wendy, um I just then I just found that Wendy can draw like quite well. Then we are like and then we are like thinking, oh, probably we can get some drawing. You see the NGMI, we have like breakfast, mama chat, like the lunch, all the drawing, like someone holding the cards. It's all hand drawn by Wendy and Adeline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My cousin.
So initially I just planned to like print it out, and then I do print out some, but it's like very formal. And someone just said that, oh, probably you can. Lydia shared a drawing of Wendy drawing something. Then I was like, oh, okay, maybe I can ask her whether she can draw. And she
Yeah,
willingly
so I
do, I think.
Yeah,
because
she can
you
draw.
know I cannot anger Lydia.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
No, no.
okay.
She cannot anchor. So you have to sacrifice
Can
a
I
goat
show
or
off
something?
the apron? Have you guys seen the apron
No.
yet?
I think
Okay,
I've
okay,
seen
it's
it
very-
on the pictures.
The
Yeah,
brown one.
It's very cool one.
Okay.
It's like
Oh,
using
it's
all
like-
the logo.
So yeah, Milo,
Yeah.
Ramly Burger, Indomie.
This
Yes.
one?
Indomie.
Is that
Okay,
Indomie?
this one I missed the first time. Yeah, it's-
Ajinomoto.
This one, what is this one? I didn't. Yeah.
Ajinomoto.
Yeah. So we just changed the words inside it.
Yeah. So Wendy did the work.
Which is very, very, very creative.
Yeah.
Who
But-
did the work?
Yeah, but all this
No,
is
no, no,
like
not this-
some
I
random.
mean, no, not this one. This one was someone else's idea.
Yeah.
Right.
But there's one photo. There's one like photo. The snack bar, the drawing like the mummy, is really nice. And the go to hell or no, go to hall. And
Yeah.
not go to hall. One of the drawing. Probably Henry can share the photo later. It's very nice. I like it.
Like so these
I actually bring some home where I plan to do like one by one photos. I haven't do it because I'm not home yet.
Okay. We can wait for it then.
yeah, lots of fun ideas that came up on the floor itself. Like
Yeah.
it's
The dynamic feels very good.
yeah. I wanted to ask, like, I guess the question for every future conference or meetup organizer, like, how did you find your why of that conference? Like, why this particular conference, and why this particular topic of the conference, and why a conference in the first place?
Again,
Like for a future meetup or conference organizer, like how do they find their why? So in your case, how did you find why this conference or why this topic? Like, was there a lot of meditation, I guess, or self retrospective, like, oh, it's time for Malaysia to have a conference like this, or I really want to uh, promote this particular technology? Like, how did you find your why, and how would a future organizer find their why?
okay. I think the why for me is quite straightforward because I like to use Angular. Oh, probably everyone already know because I like to use Angular, and I think Angular like is good for application development. And I do have opportunity to go to NGConf um, for 2 times, and NGConf is really the experience that I really like the experience in NGConf is like very, very good. Like it's the best conference that I ever went to, and I would want to go back next year. I mean, I have the chance to fly out, but not many people like have the chance to visit to US for the conference, and I really want to bring it back because I have the chance to go. Then I think that I want to do this in Malaysia. So there's something that I really, really want to do, then I will find a way to do it. So this is the why that I have. Yeah. So is that answer you?
No, sorry, I was looking for the unmute button. Yeah. So, it did you just like realize it, and after thinking about it, like because many, I know a number of people who are in the same position as you. Like they saw a good conference, they went to a good conference, but they want to do it, but their why is not strong enough, I guess, or like, oh, I maybe Flutter would be a good technology. I want to maybe create a meetup around it.
On YouTube TV or
Yeah. No, it's Google. It's a Google Home Assistant.
Did I trip something up on your end?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But the
Well,
why,
Yeah.
so actually the why is very important to support you throughout this planning. Because there will be a lot of time you might think that shit, why do you want to do this as a first place? If this is not profit generated. Like it's not your main job also, like why do you need to spend a lot of time to do it? So the why will support you throughout the way. So the why, so for me, this is how I find my why, because I want to do it, and I want to do it like, imagine it's 2 years ago. And I only do it now because I have the confidence to deliver it now. Of course, there's a few things that I also think that it can be improved in the conference, but I think it's okay. It's okay now. We can, if there's next year, then we can do it even better. Yeah, but the why will support you throughout the way, so that you don't like during the planning time or just say and not doing it because there's not a very strong why to say that you really, really want to do it. So if there's something that I want to do it in 2 years, then I think that's something that I really want to do it. Yeah.
Was it worth it? Everything? Like this is the Thanos question, right? Was it worth it?
Actually, I think
And what did it cost?
I think worth it. So from what I see, there's a lot of first-time conference goer, especially from it's not the crowd that normally I have been seeing. So there are people that usually in the meetup I have met, like for example, like Nicholas. So there are people that I've seen in events, but there are a lot of people that are enterprise developer that never go to event, never go to any meetup, and their company sponsor them to go to conference, which they do. So this is like the first time experience, the community experience for them. So yeah, I think it's worth it. And when people say they enjoy the conference, I think there's the rewarding moment for me, and the sense of self-achievement, which I did it, I have done the event. I think it's worth the effort.
Yeah.
Like for me lah. So the team member, I don't know. I haven't asked them whether they would think that it's worth to do it. But for me,
Yeah, Henry seems to enjoy it.
yeah, for him, like the main point is not MCing, it's the Kahoot. You know Kahoot, right? The Q&A thing.
Yeah, I like that.
And actually, he's not just doing that. So if you realize during the sessions, we'll have slide to do the transition, like showing thank you our sponsor, where's the Wi-Fi password,
And the slideshow on the second day.
And the music. He actually handled all that.
Good job.
Yeah.
Good job. Actually, you all got special mention on all the official channels on Instagram, Firebase, Global, Google Global, everywhere they were mentioning about you. Even the Angular, the special guest speakers, they all came. They all gave special mention of Angular Malaysia conference, and they say it was all well done.
Yeah.
So you're famous all over the
But
world
they
now.
have Instagram.
Yeah, they have Instagram, Firebase. Now I just realized Firebase official just started following me on Instagram. So yeah,
Because of Jesselyn.
maybe.
Yeah, but I think like everything, the conference is an effort of a lot of person, like probably every person. I get a lot of support. Like for example, reaching out to sponsor. There are some sponsor, maybe I don't know them. I want to get into them. So so far I have like connections to go to another connection, like people that willing to help to connect the dots, and people who are willing to help, like the ladies from Women Who Code. They actually do a lot of different things. If you go to NGMY website, I actually mentioned like they helped me, like Daphne, she helped me to ship the things over from China because we order things from China and there's some problem. She actually helped to do that. And then Wendy's help speaking and then help on drawing stuff. Lydia photography, videography, and like Pulsify, like their company actually also help to store all the, it's like NGMY temporary storage warehouse. So all the NGMY stuff shipped to Lydia house and the Pulsify office. So their office is like the storeroom. Yeah, and then that like their company also like willing to help us to do all that. So which is very grateful. And yeah, I have the core team to help. Like it's like a lot of people help to make this conference like is smooth and success. Yeah. So it's very lucky.
And so I guess the interesting question now is that how do we top this event for the next one? Like, how do we make the next event like even better than the one that just came? Because this seems to be very, very successful now, and it's like number two is just coming along, just there.
I think if there were, and the next conference, one of the things that I would like to achieve probably is live streaming. Like the live streaming or just live streaming or like the next day. If not live streaming, like within the weeks, we just get the recording out. That is the first thing I want to do, and the next thing probably is the registration process can be a little bit better, because this time we actually have some system in to make sure the flow is smooth. But I still see some at one point of the time there's still some long lines. We can also improve on that. And for also the lightning of the event, because we didn't standardize the speaker slide. So some of the slide is bright color, some is dark color. So if so for a situation like this, the lightning we need to like switch on and switch off, so the attendees can see the lights, can see the words clearly. So I think we only realized that after first few sessions, so we can like pre-plan it as well. So there are quite a couple of like those details thing that I think we can improve on. Yeah.
Right. Well, all in all, well done. Everything was good. I enjoyed the conference as well.
Thank you.
Learned a lot of new things, and it was actually I was actually considering whether to attend or not, because I haven't been touching Angular for the past 2 years. So it's very useful to get myself updated, all the latest things, and I can't believe how far Angular has gone since back then.
And yeah, I also like quite thankful like the speaker fly over, like come from like very far away, and because we like for the conference we don't have a lot of money, so some of them actually get their company to sponsor them to fly over, which save us for some of the financial burden. So yeah.
Yeah, and I also heard there was a company that sponsored tickets at the last minute for some attendees, right?
The company, yeah. So the TM, so TM actually sent their employee over. They are not sponsoring the ticket; they are buying the tickets.
Okay. Yeah.
They're sponsoring the attendees.
Yeah. they are purchasing the ticket like quite last minute, which we don't even have tag because the NGMY tag, I think just now I saw it in Nicholas. So it's like a PVC tag with the name written on that. So we don't even have that tag, like no extra. We have some extra tag, but we already like extra empty tag, but we already like fully give out, have allocated. Then there are like 13% from TM that would like to attend, and we don't have swag anymore. Then we just tell them that you need to pay the most expensive price because that's the price of the month, but you don't get the swag. And they say yes, they come.
They were okay with it.
Yeah. And then we go and temporarily print some paper tag for them, like the hard paper tag for them. Yeah.
Jesslyn drives a hard bargain. It's you pay the most expensive price, but you don't get swag. Do you still want to do it? Yes, we still want to do it.
I guess that's the charm.
But it's a very good souvenir, this badge. I'm going to be keeping it forever, I think. Even the hand-drawn graphics, really awesome.
Yeah. Like the the graphic drawing is also like exceed expectation. We say that we want some mama graphic, but they Jenna and Adrian, so they all take care of the graphic part and the sticker that Wendy show. Like they really they do a lot of research, so they went to even the website, so they went to the Penang, because both of them are from Penang. They go back to Penang and then take photos and then do research on how a mama should look like. So if you see the big mama backdrop, it's actually drawn by them.
Yeah.
And I didn't expect that. I didn't see that coming. Then it's just like, oh, actually they are drawing this. Then I was like, wow, that's so nice. So after they draw out this, then we are like, oh, why the person is not there? Why there's a so we keep on giving comments, and they just need to like draw and draw again. And yeah, there's like really like topping up the conference that make it even more awesome for the mama team.
Excellent.
We have 10 more minutes, and do we have anything else, like from Chris and Wendy?
Henry, I didn't hear Henry talk.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
What do you think about the conference?
Of course, very good.
Yeah.
Not good, but maybe.
No,
but, okay. Now I'm gonna ask you guys a hard question. No, not Jesselyn though. Like to Henry and Chris. What are the things that you don't like that in the organizing or in the events? I'm gonna ask you a really hard question.
It's not like don't like still can improve. Like maybe the food. The food choice is maybe like my complaint is there are too many food choice. So I don't really want to try it.
You hate food? You hate food?
Problems.
First problem, like I've got so many stuff which I should eat, but I only got one stomach. So yeah, if I eat, I cannot eat something else.
Okay, how about you, Chris?
I'll be mine also will be to do with food. Yeah, because I mean, the food is good. It's just because I'm handling the food part that day. So I think one of the things that we would further improve in future is how we could handle the leftover food. Yeah, because I think the first day there were quite a bit of food going to waste. Yeah, so one of the things we would want to look into is how do we reduce waste.
Yeah, everyone's being politically correct in these answers.
Also, they actually brought up a really good issue that I think happened to most of the events, which is if you're gonna provide food, then the part that we really worry is how to handle the leftovers. Yeah, it's not easy.
Yeah, and then I think the food logistics. So there are very less people in the food section. So Chris is very busy on the food as well. Whole day spending like after the breakfast, and then need to prepare for the lunch, and then during in the middle of time they need to like get rid of the food waste. Like try to ask people, hey, do you want, and then just send them out. So like whole 2 day like spending on the food, arranging tables and everything.
Yeah, I think
So-
one of the things that we tried to do, I think during the second day, we actually went around the college because there were a lot of people studying, I think, for their exams. So we went around the college and we were distributing food out, so that we don't just throw it away. So yeah, it was interesting in that sense.
Okay, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
What would you say to a conference organizer? Like, what should they be avoiding or look out for the most? Except, like, aside from food wastage, I guess. Like, don't waste food. Like, what would you say to someone who's probably haven't done it before and then wanting to do it? Like, these are the hurdles that you'll be facing.
Me? You're not
Yeah.
asking me, right?
Yeah.
Anyone.
Everyone?
For Cheslin.
Oh,
Anyone can answer.
because I suddenly see Chris mute the mic. I thought you're asking Chris.
I think each of us can have a go. I would say that one of the important things would be to really get a good team. You can't organize the whole conference by yourself. So a really good team will really help you a long way. Especially when I see like in previous conferences before. I mean, some of my friends that did that, sometimes they were overwhelmed because of their team not fully participating. So yeah, this is one of the advice I would give to someone who wants to start a conference.
Yeah, I think team. Yeah, the number one.
Yeah.
The first thing, financial, and I think financial. You still have like ways to do it. So the team member is the core, because the team member. So in our team member, like Eric is the one who managed the venue because he's from somewhere university. So you need people to. So for conferences, especially the community conference, you need an executor, which are the people that really are good in executions, not just like giving good ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is Eric.
Yeah. I'm actually checking out the page, the homepage of the conference.
Yeah,
The team, yeah.
NGMY.
Oh yes, there's a team page. Team
Yeah.
member page.
There's a
Yeah.
team member page. And yeah, people is the core for the conference. If I'm going to give also, if there's only like one advice that I should give, is make sure that you really, really, really want to do it, and then find your ways to make sure you deliver the experience that you need.
Mm.
Yeah, if you are not very experienced, then find the team members that can do it, can bear the responsibility together with you, and find good team member. Yeah.
Yeah, I think just to add on, I think one of the very good points about Jesselyn is that she's very, very committed to this conference, and she's always pushing beyond to see how we can do it better, how can we do it more creative way. So it's her commitment and her passion that really also drives the motivation of the whole team as well.
Mm.
Yeah.
So NGMY 2020, when is it happening?
No date yet, and no commit. Because there's something we are doing survey, so everyone, if you watch this podcast, please
Yeah.
fill in the survey and let us know like how you think. Yeah.
Also,
Then-
organizing is not easy.
Yeah. So I don't want to stress my friend to think of this now. Yeah, that's what I have been doing like for the past few weeks. Go diving and then give some me time.
Your well-earned break.
Yeah. But it's not earning money because taking a break there's no money.
It's fine. But you have the
earn
view.
back you earn back your health.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's money for the soul.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Also, Wendy, do you have any advices before we wrap up?
Huh? But I'm not on the I don't have. I'm
So
not on the
it doesn't matter.
organizing team, so
Doesn't matter. You're the
Huh?
core support group for everyone.
No.
oh,
Yeah.
any advice?
Like
Drink water, sleep early.
what if you would, like, someone who wants to volunteer? what would you tell them? Like, why would you volunteer, for example, or like, why did you volunteer, and what could make it better for someone?
Oh, I volunteer because I just like to draw stuff, so I just find any excuse to do it. But if someone wants to volunteer, maybe they can, it's better if they align it to something that they want to do for themselves, so that they have personal motivation to do it. Yeah. And also, like, this is your chance to contribute. Like, what you do now is not just going to help one person, but probably 300 other people. So yeah, you're contributing to the community.
Do you want
Right.
some teaser of your? So wait, one more. Do you want to give some
Okay.
teaser of your Angular meetup soon? But don't
Huh?
know,
Oh,
not very soon. But
we're thinking of. Oh yeah. Well, it's not very soon, but like I think it's gonna be around September. We're going to have a recap or reprise of the talks that we had in Angular. Those speakers who are in KL lah. But it's just like still in the planning, so we'll reveal more when there's more details.
Okay, I hope it's not on the end of September. I've got something to attend at that time.
Yeah, year end is harder.
Yeah.
Most people are not around.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we've got another conference at the end of September.
Oh,
Right.
what conference is that?
It's a camp, a young adults camp, but I'll tell you offline.
Oh.
yeah.
I think we'll just wrap up the live session.
Yeah.
So say goodbye. Thank you very much for
All right, like and subscribe.
being here and inspired us. So bye, folks. See you guys next week.
Bye. See you next week.
Like and
Bye.
subscribe.
Bye. See
Yeah.
you.
Do not get out.